toughest place for a man to deal with, a toughest place for a woman to deal with, the toughest place for children to deal. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, boy, or girl. The toughest place that you will ever have to go to is home. Oh my Lord. The toughest place that you will ever have to find peace in is home. The toughest place that you will ever get your true miracle and your true deliverance and your true strength in is at home. If you don't have home peace, you won't ever have peace in public. Oh my Lord. And the toughest place that God sends Moses is to the very place where everything started. You have to understand that in Egypt, all of this started. Back in Egypt, that's where Moses was raised and reared. And Moses got grown and on his own and took off from the place that it all started. And he went somewhere else and lived there for 40 years. But after the 40 years of his life, the Bible said that God told Moses to go back home. Oh my Lord. Now I really only came to tell you that. What are you come to tell me, preacher? If you have run from the place that it all started, God told me to tell you this morning, he's getting ready to send you back to handle it. Why? Because what's going to happen is you'll be just like Moses. You'll be 80 years old fighting like a little boy. 80 years old still dealing with life like a 4-year-old young boy. 80 years old but you think like a 4-year-old child. 80 years old and you're still selfish. 80 years old and you still don't know why you're here. 80 years old and you're still unsuccessful with yourself. Still unhappy with who you are. Still unfulfilled with where you are. Why? Because you never got home right. You never got home. And until you get peace at home, oh my Lord, you'll never have peace. No, the devil will let you have peace all around your life. He'll let you have peace in the streets. He'll let you have peace in the club. He'll let you have peace with nicotine. He'll let you have peace with weed. He'll let you have peace with crack. He'll let you have peace in the hotel. He'll let you have peace at the nightclub. He'll let you have peace in all these places. But the one place that the devil will never let you have peace is when you have to go home and look at yourself in the mirror. Oh my Lord. He would rather you have peace with heroin in your veins than to let you have peace when you look at yourself in the eye. He would rather you have peace with cocaine in your nose than to let you have peace with who you are. Why? Because he understands if you ever find out who you are, then deliverance will come out of you. It'll stand up in you and you'll have peace with God, peace of God, and the peace that rests with God. Does that make sense with anybody? I dare you to look at somebody and say, I'm going home. I'm going home. I know I don't like going there. I know they don't understand me back there. I know that they talked about me and ran me away, but I've got to go back to the place where it all started. And if it all started back there, that's where I'm going. But baby, when I go back this time, I want to tell them like James Brown said, here comes the big payback. Oh my Lord. I got to roll here. And so here the Bible calls this particular place, it calls this particular place where our frustration, please take this with you, frustration collides with forgiveness. You want to make sure you take that with you. Where frustration collides with forgiveness. It's a head-on collision where I am frustrated, but I also have not forgiven. And the places that I have been frustrated in are now confronting the places that I have not forgiven in. And when frustration collides with unforgiveness or forgiveness, that particular place is called there. Somebody say there. Say it again. Say there. Say it one more time. Say there. Let me explain what there is. There is the particular place that we all have to go to. There is the nebulous place where it is uncertain, it's undefined. We can't really explain it or articulate it. Sometimes we don't even know where there is. We just know that we are not there yet. Sometimes you don't even have a clue on how to get there. You just know that you need to stay away from certain places if you're ever going to be ushered into that other place called there. And what I have to tell you about frustration meeting forgiveness is that in frustrating you, God will also drive the unforgiveness in you to come forward forward through the frustration. See, Moses has unforgiveness in him, but rightfully so, Moses has anger. Moses has been angry with his mama, his biological mama. Moses has been angry with. But I'm so glad that the ecclesiastical writer said that in the bosom of fools rest anger. Why is that so important? Because if anger is lying dormant in your bosom, in your heart, then it will eat your future all the way up. And sometimes God has to frustrate you to drive the anger out of you. Let me help you here. Moses' mama has not given him up one time. She's given him up 2 times. The woman that birthed him in the world, the woman that had nursed him on her own breast, the woman that had clothed him and protected him, was the woman that put him in a basket and sent him up the river. And Moses goes from being a mother child to being a motherless child. Moses in the